All right. So we have this interesting question, which states that we should write a system of equations for this situation and then answer the questions. So we have first that Tom has 5 comic books and in his collection, and he has subscribed to receive 5 new comic books each month. His uncle has 145 comic books and he is sending 5 books to each of his 3 nieces each month. Okay, so in how many months will they have the same number of comic books, and how many books will that be? So let's deal with Tom first. So Tom, he has 5 comic books. This is just comic. This is like a CM comic books and in his collection, and he has subscribed to receive 5 new comic books each month. Right? Now let's do with Tom's uncle. So Tom's uncle has 145 comic books and he is sending 5 books to each of his 3 nieces each month. Okay, so 3 nieces, each niece gets 3, so each niece gets 5 books. So that would be what, 5 times 3. So basically he is sending 15 books, comic books each month. Alright, so let's write an equation to describe Tom. Right? So if Tom, let's say Tom is equal to 5 comic books, right? Plus 5 new comic books that he's gonna receive because he's subscribed, that he's gonna receive each month. So now let's describe month as X. So for example, in 3 months, since he's receiving 5 books each month, in 3 months we would say 5 times 3 is something like 15, right? That would mean like he received like 15 books with this simple equation. So 5 books per month basically, right? So I put 5x. So then let's deal with the uncle. And the uncle has 145, uncle has 145 comic books, plus or minus, which one? He's giving them away, so it's minus 15 comic books times each month. You notice the same each month. So we could just say, okay, well, we made X month up here, so let's just make X month down here. So the question is asking us, in how many months will they have the same number of comic books? So this question requires us to basically conceptualize that Tom number of comic books has to equal his uncle's. Right? Good. So let's put the equation for Tom on that side and put the other equation for his uncle on the other side, and that would be something like 5x. I just like starting back with 5x. 5x plus 5 is equal to 145 minus 115x. Right? You notice we have only one unknown, which is the each. The main subject was each, right? Each month. So that's the major issue there. So let's just calculate this really quickly. I'm gonna put add. I like always my x's to be on the left side. I'm not sure if you know that song, to the left, Okay, everything you own in the box to the left. Anyway, so I'm gonna put my x's on one side and the other numbers on the other side. Minus 145 minus 5. So we would have something like 20x is equal to 145 minus 5, and that would be 20x minus you know what, okay, this should be implied. This should be implied already, that 145 minus 5 would give us 140, right? Okay, so we have 140. So we're now going to divide by 20, and we have x is equal to, well, 140 over 20, you just see 14 over 2 is equal to 7. So basically the answer would be 7 months, right? Remember, x represented months, right? So 7 months it will take for them to have the same number of comic books. Now the question further asks, how many books will that be? So let's solve how much books would that be. So basically Tom and his uncle are actually going to have the same amount of books. So let's see how much, and we're going to use both equations to see if any equation is going to pop up as any different number. So using Tom's equation, we're going to say 5 plus 5 times 7 months, right? 7 months is equal to 5 plus 35, right? And that would be 40 books. Now if we were to do his uncle's, it would be 145 minus 15 times 7. 15 times 7, 145. Now I would know 15 times 6 would be something like 90, so 90 plus another 15 would be, basically 15 times 7 would be 105. So 145 minus 105 would be 40 again, so 40 books. So how many books will that be? They will both have 40 books, so that will be 40 books. Okay, excellent.